Before we start today's video, check out our new merch shop linked in the description below, featuring new updated designs from your favorite Marvel projects. Use the code TEAMCAP or code IRONMAN in all caps to get 10% off of your order. Thanks so much and enjoy today's video.
Hey everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here, hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we have a new reveal, a new bit of a tidbit and tease even for with what we may see with KRAVEN the Hunter and Spider-Man in the future in the MCU, not a part of the Sonyverse, but we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Also, be sure to hit that little notification bell right next to it to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost on the daily. There is a lot of Marvel news to keep up with. It's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys updated with everything, not just that, but also break it down for you guys. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be taking a quick read from the Direct's article as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. KRAVEN the Hunter star wants to fight Spider-Man and adapt this dark comic book story specifically and into the MCU after his own solo outing. Now, how his own solo outing movie is going to perform on December 13th, I do believe when it comes out, how that's going to actually perform is something we have talked about here on the channel. It's one of those things. It's part of the Sonyverse. It can be very iffy. As of right now, it's being projected to be more of a flop than a success in comparison to Morbius or Madam Web, rather than the Venom movies, which even then are iffy at most when it comes to their performances in theaters. That isn't to say that they're bad movies also at the end of the day as well, just because of how many ticket sales that they do have doesn't really make or break if it is a bad movie. I've seen plenty of good movies that just aren't as popular is really what it does come down to. And KRAVEN the Hunter also has a lot of competition releasing in this month of December with a lot of kind of more quote-unquote Christmas-centric kind of films that are also going to be releasing, films like maybe Moana 2 or Gladiator 2 that are all out right now, kind of for the Christmas season per se is kind of what they're doing with that. But I digress. KRAVEN the Hunter star Aaron Taylor Johnson has his eyes on a fight with Spider-Man in one dark comic book story, is on his radar to adapt for that conflict, just something that he would love to do in the future. Coming in as the final of 4 Marvel movies in 2024, KRAVEN the Hunter will bring Marvel's Comics' world-famous Hunter to the big screen for the first time in his own solo story. Sony Pictures hopes to close the year on a high note after a certified flop with Madam Web at the beginning of this year and $468 million effort from Venom: The Last Dance, which in comparison to the other Venom movies technically underperformed. And still, even for all of the Sony efforts into building their own Spider-Man universe without a Spider-Man character, none of the biggest names in those films have ever had a true encounter with any version of the web slinger, and much rather it's just kind of origin stories and solo stories of these Spider-Man villains, which is definitely a cool idea and something that we'll probably look back on in a short 5 years and say that they actually tried something with those and that they were actually doing something that was kind of cool with those movies. But I digress. Let's talk about what Aaron Taylor Johnson has recently taken to share, a desire to fight Spider-Man. Speaking with ScreenRant.com in a recent interview, KRAVEN the Hunter star Aaron Taylor Johnson had shared his feelings about seeing KRAVEN fight some of Marvel's best superheroes. The former Quicksilver star made it clear and cut that KRAVEN should go toe-to-toe with some superheroes that we do already know if his story gets the opportunity to continue. He reveals that then there, in quote, I mean, it's very much the question to everyone else, really, right? Because I think of what we've all done, we've all set up in this story is a really rich character that definitely has the legs to go on and do more damage. I think that he should go toe-to-toe with some superheroes that we may already know. I think that quote right there. And getting more specific, he had pointed to KRAVEN's the Hunter's Last Hunt story from the comics and having that adapted into live action and being into an actual movie, reminiscing on the dark demons that KRAVEN deals with in that comic book run. For one, I just have to say, the fact that he knows of this story and that he's a comic book fan and nerd is pretty cool, honestly. He had urged fans to see his Solo movie, of course, also kind of taken to promoting a bit of that, feeling that KRAVEN could be an audience's sort of villain favorite ahead of its release, something that could be up there with the Venom movies and Tom Hardy, revealing that there in quotes, "One of my favorite stories is KRAVEN's Last Hunt, the comic book run. It was one of the source materials that I used to go back from. He's got some dark demons there, and basically showing the birth of that and how he becomes a villain that we then come to know. So really, come see the movie, man. Come see this movie. I promise you, you won't be disappointed with it. It's got all of the beats that you want and more. I think that it could be an audience's sort of villain favorite. Definitely go toe-to-toe with some other people down the line, man. I think that quote right there, just being excited about this movie for another is definitely something that's really good of the interest for the fans as well. Saying that we won't be disappointed with this movie is definitely a good thing to say, and something in comparison with the other previous Sony villain movies, the Sonyverse movies, especially Madam Web and Morbius, that weren't really as taken with the fans, is definitely something that can be a bit of, throwing it just too far out there and seeing it kind of flop would be a bit of a disappointment, more so than rather. For his upcoming Solo movie specifically and especially, KRAVEN is lined up to fight villains like the Rhino and Chameleon, showing his hunting prowess as his origin is explored. He's really being more of a hero by fighting these villains, I think, if for anything as well. The whole idea of wanting to join Tom Holland in the MCU or some type of Spider-Man, it could be Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, I think is something else that a lot of fans would honestly really love, is a great opportunity for Sony to do so, and it's something that everybody I think would really love. We'll just have to see how the KRAVEN the Hunter movie really performs, but I think that's something that could be really cool to see in the Amazing Spider-Man 3 if and when they do evidently do that. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well, I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Leave a like on today's video as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Stick around here on the channel, Unofficial MCU, by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel, almost on the daily. There's a lot of Marvel news and craziness that has been going on. That's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys all updated on all of it and explain it all. Also check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below or to the channel. Also use codes Team Iron Man or Team Cap in all caps, depending on what team you are a part of, to get 10% off of your order. I'll be updating and dropping new designs on a regular basis, so make sure you check it out. It can make a perfect gift for someone else or even for yourself. With whatever way you support the channel, I really deeply do appreciate it. Whether it's simply watching today's video or purchasing one of our products, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Peace out.